Hi, it's Deborah Roth at Spirited Musings here with this week's little magical video snippet. And the focus this week, interestingly enough, because I do spend a lot of my time and energy and passion around looking at the divine feminine and all of the qualities and ways that we as women can embody the positive traits of the divine feminine. And equally as important. I think the balance is equally important. And what we're going to focus on then this week in a different kind of way is looking at the qualities of the divine masculine in honor of Father's Day, which is coming up this Sunday, June 17th. And it's, I have to say, I'm sure, like many of you, for better or for worse, in my case, it's certainly for better. This is a week for reflecting on our own fathers, whatever our relationships were with him. My dad died 15 years ago, 16 years ago, wow, in 1996. And I have to say, for a man of his generation, probably a man of any generation, he was pretty extraordinary. Warren Stone was his name. Hi, Dad, wherever you are. Um, I have to say that for all the ways that he made me crazy sometimes, he was pretty amazing. I always joke in women's circles that um, that I would, when I would come home on college breaks and when I would come home for visits when I was older, I could always count on my father. And in fact, I would say to him, "Oh, Dad, you're so predictable," and roll my eyes. Say, "I always know whenever I'm home that you're going to tell me how smart I am, how beautiful I am, and how much you love me." Oh boy, you know. Every time I think of that, I think, what a gift. And had I known in my in my late teens, early 20s, exactly what a gift that was, I probably still would have teased him about it. But so I want you to think about your relationship with your own dad this week. What were the qualities that stand out for you that were positive? And even if you had a not healthy relationship with your dad, and I know from being in hundreds, probably thousands of women's circles over the years, that there are so many relationships, father-daughter relationships, that are pretty wounded. But somewhere in there, if you can pull something positive out of that relationship with your dad, I would love for you to focus on that this week. Perhaps see him as a real person, see him as a whole person, forgive him for the ways that he may have failed you or not protected you, or worse. And certainly I've heard those stories with my involvement with the vagina monologues and, as I said, sitting in women's circles. But I'd love for you to reflect on the positive aspects of the divine masculine this week, whether you think about it in terms of your dad or not. And some of those really involve being direct and strong and assertive and linear. Linear is not a bad thing. Rational, strong, protective. And think about how you might exhibit some of those divine masculine qualities. Years ago, I did a teleclass with a guy, 10 years ago, I think, on how we can balance within us the divine masculine and divine feminine qualities. So create a little list for yourself. And I don't need to give you a whole lot of instruction about that. I suspect you'll be able to come up with some positive feminine and masculine qualities. And then if you saw some in your father, do a little prayer, do a little meditation on his behalf this week as well. So I'd love to hear what you come up with. Let me know what you define as being the positive masculine qualities that you can embody in your life, and or that you can honor and remember fondly about your own father. Thanks for being with me, and happy Father's Day in whatever way that helps you.